Yep. It's always 40 minutes. Going on live for 40 minutes now.
40 minutes.
Yeah,
40 is the big number.
Hey, look, it happens. It's what we do.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
40 is a big number, apparently, and hi.
Hi. Do you have to set something up? Or
What's
happening?
I am setting something up right now, and as I set that up,
I'm going to play you a little, oh, I went the wrong way.
You're gonna
This
play...
is some good stuff.
Oh, I like that.
And there we go. Whoop, gotta go this way. Hello, Instagram. Hello, Facebook. Yeah, it's been a while.
Looks like I'm texting, but I'm not. I'm sharing it on my personal page. 1, 2, 3.
We just, we felt like we should come on and do a little reading, lighten
Lighten the mood.
lighten our lives a little bit.
I wish I could tag you, but I don't know how to do that, but we'll do it after.
Anyway, that was that.
Hello, welcome. We haven't been around in a while, so this feels good. Hi, you guys. Happy Friday.
It is Friday, isn't it, Tina?
It is.
Hey, this is Tina Marie. She is one of the strongest, vibrant channels that I've ever met.
Wow. I didn't know what you were going to say. This guy here, this is Billy Rotkamp, and he is a master healer. He is way more psychic than he gives himself credit for. And
on my hands.
When we come together, we bring in masculine, feminine, Magdalene Christ.
The most thing that we bring in is we bring in the love in the heart and open that up to its abilities that we don't even know ourselves.
And we're excited to connect with you. So, oh my gosh, you guys are even commenting here. So,
wow, we waited a while. We tried to get on right away, but it didn't work. But hey, everybody.
Yeah, we tried to get on about 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, we said we'll just go right away.
We'll just go on. We'll make it quick.
We haven't done it in a while. Let's just go on.
Anyway, so, oh gosh, oh, thank you, Susan saying, I so missed your sound healings. We miss them too. We miss all you guys, like virtually and physically. I agree. Obviously, we're all making the most and the best of it, and we're sorry in a way that we've needed to take a little bit of a break, but, you know, life happens, and we've gotten busy, and our priorities have kind of taken us in other directions, but all of that to say, it's prepared us to be back, and we're excited to be back.
Absolutely. I would say life has been very heavy. So we needed to take that space. You got to fill, you got to fill that space, and once you fill the space, then we can come back on.
Also, too, which I'm sure you guys know, social media in general, unfortunately, Facebook can be a very toxic environment. So it got to the point where coming on just didn't feel right. I've shared with my goddesses in my goddess group. I've lost some people along the way for speaking my truth, and that's okay, because in these times I feel like a lot of people, we were talking earlier, everybody wants to fight. A lot of combative energy, a lot of I'm right, you're wrong, or a lot of triggers, and we understand.
Yep, we've realized that the fight is good, actually. I mean, the fight is the fire that's inside of you that we've kept locked in for many, many, many lifetimes.
Yeah.
So we're all in the fight. That's all. You know what? And the one thing that I always told one of my friends was that whether you agree with me or not, in the end, we're gonna go to the same place.
I love that, Billy.
So remember, we're all going to the same place. You can have all the fire you want, because that's what's meant to be, to burn that karma. But remember, we're all going to the same place at the same time. And just remember, just no matter what your fight is, you still have love behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what, too, is if you are one of those fire busters, yeah, I'm like, I'm making up words.
It's a little buster fighter.
No, but if you're someone that right now, kind of like me, feels like you're coming out of silence. And hello, Instagram. I'm sorry.
Hello.
I didn't look over at you. Hello.
Hi, Jen.
But if you're feeling like you want to have a voice for something and you want to stand for your truth, that's okay. And if you ruffle feathers, as I have, or you've lost people, if you feel good about your message and you know and feel... What are you doing? And feel called... You're taking over the thing.
I didn't take over anything.
Called to...
Whoops. I don't know what I'm doing.
And you feel called to share your message, then you need to do so. And so just know that when you make not when you make others unhappy, but like me, for example, when there are people that don't like what you have to say and or come at you and either attack you or try to fight you, you've just poked and provoked, and that's actually healing right there. And if you know that you're coming from a place of love and your own truth, then that's all that you can really, that you need to just feel good about that. And know that healing is happening in the midst of those triggers. You know, if we were all just sitting in a cave and meditating and everything was just fine and well, that's beautiful. We'd all be
great.
We'd be blissed out, right?
I would love that.
But where is the learning and the growing, right? So instead, we're here in this Earth school, and there's people playing roles, and some of them are here to kind of come up in our face and maybe attack us. And then what do we do with that energy? I always just say, you know, bless you, I love you, I honor you. I'm going to stand in my truth.
Remember this.
And you can absolutely stand in yours. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah. The school is harder than the cave.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the yogis, they sat in the cave for 20 years. They had no problems. They just sat there and you go, oh, I found enlightenment. Right? And what do? We're not allowed to be in the cave. We're out here. Mm-hmm. We're dodging bullets. We got bow and arrows shooting at us. We got life is just creating all obstacles as possible. Mm-hmm. So you gotta think of it as this way: as we're really doing well.
Yeah,
we're doing really well, because when you have all those things coming at you at once, can you take a step back and put it into slow motion? Because when you put it into slow motion, you can just push the arrows aside.
Yeah.
Go like this, and then you can see actually what's in the distance.
Is it like the Matrix?
Kind of. I don't, you know.
That's the good visual that I have.
Yeah.
So we're excited to be here, and we are going to pick 3 cards, 1, 2, or 3. So you can pick 1, 2, or 3, and then we have some cards laid out, but we don't know what we're just gonna in the moment channel a message, and you might resonate with all of the messages. You might be waiting for just 1, 2, or 3, and then you can post in your comments and stuff too. So we got 2. Hello, Jeanette and Karen and Shirley. Oh my gosh, Shirley's here.
Hello,
gosh,
Jen.
your comments are coming up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, Karen, I did it. I got blasted. It stung. I'm blessed to see the gold and the higher good. Yeah, you speak out sometimes. Hey, Brenda. So your comments are coming up kind of intermittently. So if we don't see them and we're not saying hi, we're sending love your way.
But it's like this.
Yeah, we're channeling the healing and the love.
That's true.
So
very true.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna jump right in.
We
Unless there's anything else you want to say?
I feel like you should tell everybody what you're doing.
Oh.
We don't want to wait till the end.
Oh, okay, right. So just really quickly, our quick little commercial. My Goddess program it's always ongoing, but we're gonna do another official launch September 11th. It's the last time that it's going to be this kind of rate and format, and the new year it's going to, so the point is get in now if you can, and there is so much material, and we have such a beautiful group of women, of goddesses, amazing speakers. You get all the old material, all the new material, and there's so much that you can't even possibly do it, even though it's 3 months, it's so much longer than that. So I'll put the link here, but if you're feeling called and or want to connect with me to see if it's right for you, this is the time, honestly, to be in community with one another. And September 11th, it's, you know, for a special reason. And this time that we're entering right now, we need to just be in our power, in our light, with a voice, and allow all that needs to come up to come up. And so I'm holding that space for you. So, oh, and I'm seeing Kat. She goes, it's an amazing and fabulous experience. Thank you, Kat. Kat's been around because, you know, once you're in one time, you're in, and then, you know, you can come around to the other launches when we have them. So thank you, sweet Kat. Was that the only thing?
And both of us have something called the angelic star codes that we've been working on for quite a while. We just didn't know when to launch it. We've been thinking about now. We've been thinking about September, October. We're not really sure when we're going to launch this, but it might be more towards the winter time. So maybe December or November. But look out for that. That's going to be amazing. Activations, realizations, and
healing transmissions, and we're formatting with our web designer a whole school of techniques and stuff. So the best thing actually would just be to go to the website tinaandbilly.com or staroflifehealing.com and sign up for the mailing list. And then we don't bombard you too much, but we'll share free meditations and all the stuff that we've been preparing and working on in this kind of time off. So yeah. You ready for card one?
And here we go. Are we ready? Card one?
So for me, my card one is hold your center. So let me try to get this in here because there's lights here since it's dark. Ooh, there, I've kind of got it. So just take a look. There is an archway, beautiful flowers. There is this goddess-like being sitting on the steps. If you see behind her, it's like this white figure. That's her higher self. That's her goddess self. That's her angel in a way.
Maybe I should hold it.
Okay.
You know, it's like, come on, Billy, wake up.
So if you pick number one, it's saying hold your center.
Over there.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Instagram.
I got it. Don't worry. I got it.
So, card one, hold your center.
Well, it just looks really good.
Okay, it's interesting. As I looked up over here, I'm seeing Babaji and Yogananda. What did Babaji and Yogananda stand for? Compassion, love, being that space of neutrality, being that equanimity, if you will. So hold your center. This card is telling you, people that picked one or are resonating with this message, that like I started, there are people around wanting to rock the boat. People maybe that want to fight, you know, people that want to say, no, my way is the way. And when people get into that kind of energy, they're so afraid of what's really out there, and they're clinging to their beliefs. And the fact that they even have to fight with you or bring up their belief, they're not as confirmed in their belief as they think that they are. Because if they were, and I just did a post on this today, if they were so confirmed in their belief, it wouldn't matter what you said, because they would know. So the hold your center is kind of an encouragement of, you know, you got this. It doesn't matter what they believe. You don't have to fight your cause. You just be in the presence of love and compassion, like Babaji, like Yogananda, who were these yogis who just lived this path of peace, of nonviolence. And by being in that space, without even saying anything, you do way more than even coming back at them. And I know it's so easy. Trust me, I am a fiery Aries.
That's for sure.
And he's always like, you want to fight everyone.
Yep, all the time.
But I have a Scorpio rising, so the depth of that water is what kind of cools that fire in a sense, or sometimes can make it more intense. But it's like, okay, let me let this go. Let me just beam light. So the good news of this card is feel everything you need to feel. But what you actually say or respond is where it really comes from. So call on your angels in that moment, or your higher self, to just come to a center point and just beam light, and that is going to be way more, because the people that want to fight, they're always going to want to have the last word. They're going to want to be that person that sends you that article that says that they're right, that posts that thing, and it's like, it could just go back and forth, right? We've seen it.
It can.
And it's just like, okay, if you need to keep doing that, good for you. Bless you. You just hold your center, and when you do that, it is so much more powerful in every way than anything you could possibly say.
Yeah, look, I have cards, but it's not about the fight. When this stuff has been going on in these social media things, I didn't want to get involved with that, but it's really about just trying to understand someone else's side.
Or understand.
Understand, yes. Trying to understand someone else's side, but also, in your own right, holding your ground. But you're trying to hold ground in a space of love. And I want to talk really well, just because
You just be yourself.
that person is possibly you thinking is attacking you, you need to hold that space of love, because when the attack happens, sometimes we counterattack. And what happens when you counterattack? Then you get an attack again, and then you counterattack. It's not really worth it, because in the end, who's really winning? No one. And I want to reiterate that, because as light workers, we need to hold the space of love. And a lot of it is compassion. And holding the space of love and compassion holds the space. So that person if you think they're attacking you, you need to let that go, because
It's not easy.
It's not, but you know the truth inside. And when you're fighting a fight you can't fight, even though you think it's the truth, they don't think that's their truth.
Right.
They only know one truth as you know the one truth that you know. So just let it be. And be you. Don't worry about anything else. Anyway.
Yeah.
I got a card. I got a lot of cards because that's what I do.
You guys,
and if you actually saw what I had here,
this guy,
you'd be like, oh, this guy's nuts.
He says to, oh, Karen goes, amen, Billy, huge hug. Thanks for this guidance. You're welcome, Karen. So as always, like, some of your comments come up, some don't, but thank you for your comments. And you feel free to comment away. Yes, he's got a ton of cards.
I picked from a lot of decks, and what I do is I'll pick 3 cards from each deck. But my favorite deck is the map deck.
Oops.
And that's the last. I had to go find it.
Oh, you just see him. Where's my map cards? I'm like, I don't know what that means. What are your map cards?
That little voice inside my head that goes right into my lion heart said, look under the bed. Look under the bed. I went there, I looked under the bed, and poof, the map cards appeared. And my first map card I have is Deep Freeze.
Do you want me to hold it for you?
You can.
I'll try to get it.
Don't forget about these people or whatever we got over there.
Okay.
So Deep Freeze. So what do we have? We have the lion in this Deep Freeze.
Oh, sorry. I'm close.
That's okay. Hey, whatever you want to do. We have the lion in a Deep Freeze, right?
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to let you see it.
So,
and then let me just show it over here.
We had this life, before all this happened, we had somewhat of a life that was alive, but was it really alive? That's what I ask you. Was your life really alive? Or were you, were we all in the deep freeze already, and we just didn't know it? That's what I ask you. So the lion in the deep freeze is your lion heart, because there's a diamond in your heart, and the lion roars. And when the lion roars, that brings spring and flowers. So are we there yet? I don't think so, but it's right around the corner. And the deep freeze shows us that it kills everything off that we never wanted. It freezes everything that we never wanted, so we can reboot as a human, or as a species, or as the Earth. As Mother Earth is rebooting, we're rebooting. So what does that mean for you? Remember, go back to what I first said. Were you ever really, truly alive? In the sense that we all want to be.
Right. Was there any part of you sleeping?
Because I could tell you
Sleepwalking.
that, you know, as
even a little bit.
As me, we're always walking in a sleepwalk, but we're somewhat alive. But are you really alive? And that's what this card is about. That right now we're in a total deep freeze. We're in this sleep. We're in this cocoon. And soon, spring is going to come, even though we're heading towards winter. Right? But spring is going to come as a human species, where we awaken to that lion heart. And then everything inside of us melts away, and that karma melts away that we've been holding back, that's been inside of us for centuries, for lifetimes. And when that happens, you're going to see the most beautiful sunlight that you've ever seen in your life. And remember, when you see that, that's you.
I've never seen this card, and
Never got it.
You know,
I've been picking from that card for years. I've never gotten it.
It's his favorite deck, so
love it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, gave me some inspiration there.
Okay, so that was number 1. So 2 people. Thank you for your comments. And so for number 2, I pulled a card that says Mintaken. It's a different deck.
Good card.
And I have a little confession to make.
Oh.
I pulled this card, and for whatever reason, I was like, no, I'm going to put this back. I don't know why. And I kept shuffling, and I'm like, maybe I need to recenter, and, you know, whatever. Maybe it was my ego, like, I don't know if I want to talk about that card. And the same card came up, so I know better than to put it back. So this is important if you resonate with 2. So it says Mintaken. It says longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And it's interesting that I would even want to put it back, because I've had psychics tell me that I'm from this planet. So I'm trying to show it to you.
Maybe I should hold it, because you're really giving the reading. You know, why would you want to cover your face?
So it looks like a mermaid-like figure, if you can see her, and she's surrounded by water. And to just give you a little
there we go.
History, or in this case maybe her story on Mintaken. Some say that it is a planet that was a water planet. So if you associate with water, with flow, if you're emotional, if you just feel like you need to be near water, or you feel more alive near water, this could, you know, associate with you. But the thing is that this was a planet of not just the original light workers, but a place where if you are someone that doesn't understand or can't comprehend people lying or hurting others, or like it literally hurts you to like, because you're just so honest and true. It doesn't mean you can't have fire, but like you're just so extra sensitive and empathic. These were the Mintakens. And the thing too with them being the original light workers, being this beam of love, is it is said too that the planet's no longer there, that it was some kind of war in the, you know, intergalactic war, so to speak, and it was demolished. And without going too much into that, if you are somebody who feels like you're just not from Earth and you don't know how you got here, but you know you have a mission, but you know you feel all these things, and or you are longing for that sense of home, that you are longing for where love and light is just how people express. So this card is kind of, I was going to say threefold or tenfold, in that there's a part of you that feels a loss because you're used to a whole different type of energy, and so it's a harsh system being here on Earth. But the beauty is that you carry with you so much love and so much light as a warrior, and now is the time for you. You are awakening right now to why you even came here. And even though it might seem like there's so much going on that's crazy, and I'm not saying that there isn't, but this is your time to be that love, to be that light warrior, and to allow your body temple to be your home. It doesn't matter where you are physically, especially here in like quarantine or whatever you want to call it. You being more embodied in your own space and letting that love and light flow is your greatest asset. And working with being embodied is important, but also letting yourself off the hook for any of the depression, the anxiety, for not being able to understand how you're even here, because you're needed. Your light is needed. Your love is needed. And by you just being in that light love space, and just even whenever you can, giving it to yourself first, and then beaming it out at humanity, it's more than enough, because you're also probably someone that thinks you're not doing enough right now to fix things. You know, by being the love and light that you are, you're doing more than anything that you could try to do if you were to do anything physically. So know that that's enough, know that you're enough. And then from that space, you'll be guided if you're to do anything else. Okay?
Wow, that was great.
It just kind of came over me because I remember I almost put this card away.
You did? Did you notice that it was like that's a mermaid?
And it's, well, yeah, you missed the part where I said it was a
well,
water planet.
Well, it's a water planet, but I never realized. I never realized she was a mermaid.
And apparently, it's not there anymore, too, which I feel like, you know, I've said for so long. Wow, like no place ever feels like home, and yeah, there's that longing to feel that sense of family. So, if you're like me, oh, Sherry goes, this is so spot on. Wow, that made me cry. Me
wow,
too.
That's awesome.
That's why when I got it, I was like, oh, this is deep. And Lisa says, wow, card 2 resonates. Lori says, wow. Oh, good, you guys. I love this message. See? And, oh, Lisa goes, I picked 2. How funny. I almost put it back. Well, I mean, I did put it back, but I didn't the second time.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I went on for a while about that.
I don't know which one I'm going to pick yet. I start to get crazy in my head.
That's the other good thing is you kind of get 2 readings, so you could resonate with that. If you picked 2 and you didn't, maybe you resonate with Billy's message. But, oh, Lisa, I love that. Belonging. Yeah, when you look at words. Oh, my gosh. Do you guys know who Charlie Freak is?
Charlie Freak's a beautiful soul.
Charlie Freak's awesome. If you don't know who he is, Google him. Freak Sense TV.
Go.
He just got banned from Facebook, which means he's telling the truth.
Yeah, if you get banned, you know you're telling the truth, right?
But
that's what we think.
Yeah, he just takes apart words and what they mean and so much more than that. But anyway.
I got a card.
Yes.
All right, I got 1, 2, 3. Well, it's only 4 different card decks, but this is the one I'm going to pick. So, and this is the second card. It's called Karmic Relationships. So, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's put that over here real quick. And what does it say? It says Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So, you know.
I'll hold it for you.
Okay, that's great.
Oh, our music just changed.
So, karmic relationships, like what's, you know, like I did talk a little bit that with the deep freeze. Karmic relationships, what does that mean? Like what's going on right now, right? So we have all these relationships that we've had in this lifetime. Some are great, some are beautiful. Most of us, you know, sometimes they're great, sometimes they're bad. Some people have had great relationships with everyone, but a lot of us have had ups and downs in karmic relationships, right? You know, what's the saying? We attract our energy attracts energy. So if we're not working on ourselves in the most divine way or clearing as much as possible, you're going to attract someone who is what your energy is at that moment. So karmic
you need
energy.
To work on, right?
So what is karmic energy? And then all of a sudden you're with this person and you're like, wow, this isn't really working for me. Maybe it worked in the beginning, and then you're seeing all these red flags, and this is possible in a relationship, in friendship, in your
Business,
family,
coworkers.
your family,
Yeah.
business, doesn't matter what it is, and you're seeing these red flags, and you're like, why is this happening to me? Wow, why do we say that? Why do we say, why is this happening to me? When maybe what's really happening is, it's happening to you, so you learn, and then you learn to become better. You learn to become more of a beautiful soul. Now, we're all beautiful souls, but we're always growing. And how do we grow? We only grow by lessons. So all these people out there who pretend like, you know, I don't want to bring up the children, but we bring up these children where like, let's just learn from a textbook. And what are we really learning from a textbook? They tell you to memorize something so you take a test the next day. What does that do? If that happened to all of us in life, we would never grow. We would never grow at all.
Right.
So relationships are like the textbook of your life.
Wow,
And when
I
you
love that.
When you have the textbook of your life, you know that every day is an opportunity to grow. So that's what we do. That's what karmic relationship is. Remember, karmic relationship is the relationship that you have with yourself. And that's when you attract the most beautiful flower essence that you desire.
That's you.
That's you. So remember that.
I love that. So the message is, don't go to school. Don't send your kids to school. Although, with the way things are going, you might want to homeschool those kids. And
absolutely, right?
give them lots of love and life lessons. But yeah, no, I love that the real learning is relationships.
Yep, textbook is inside of you.
Oh,
It's really the book. It's like the book of your soul.
Oh, Thelma, you can hear the music?
Oh, you can.
Yeah,
huh? We didn't know. We tried something new.
We were putting 432 hertz on because that's the opening of the heart, and having that frequency. Even I'm so glad you could hear it. Is healing in and of itself, whether you listen to anything that we're saying or not.
Right. Very true.
Awesome. And then, what does it say here? At least my karmic relationships have always brought me to deeper self-love. Right. Yeah, even those hard ones sometimes.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree with you. Absolutely.
Okay, so last but not least,
we're rolling through.
You picked card number 3. Here we go. Mine is. Oh wait, I thought I had the Kali. Oh, I picked a new one.
You can take this if you like. Maybe you want to use both. Why don't you use both?
I'm going to use both.
Yeah,
so
take both.
while I was shuffling for 3,
you're allowed. There's no rules.
No rules. I looked across and I saw that Billy had the Kali card.
I did.
So Kali is a Hindu goddess that is so misinterpreted. Let me show you over there, Instagram. And it says, facing fear, major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. And the reason that I was so drawn to it is, one, because like I said, Kali is, people think all crazy things about her. She is a fierce warrior goddess who will scare away anything that could possibly fear you when you call on her. She is a no bullshit goddess though, whereas it's like when you're ready to really release those fears, she comes in as that fierce protector. But the reason that she's depicted with these skulls around her is because it's like she can take away those demons, if you will, or that darker energy and transmute it. She's just that goddess that is, it's an ending, but it's a new beginning. It's all how you view it. It's all what your perspective is. So that was what I was drawn to first with 3, and then, because that was Billy's card, but then I picked this and it makes sense and it goes with it. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. So, are you going to show that?
Yeah,
okay.
I'll show it for you.
So for anybody that picked 3 or even resonate with, maybe you're in a place where you're experiencing a lot of fear. If you're experiencing a lot of fear and you're sitting in it and you're letting the fear and the anxiety overtake you, that's going to lower your vibration and frequency. And that's not to scare you. It's just to remind you that the fear is giving you an opportunity to maybe call on Kali, maybe call on your angels, and use the fear to be the very catalyst to help remind you that you're loved, that you're so much bigger than the fear, that the fear is just something that's giving you an opportunity to rise. So this talking about, what does it say again? Call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. Sometimes the fear, when you're in that energy, it's such a low density and vibration that if there are others in your household that are in fear, you're picking up on their fear too. And guess what? Boom, it's sitting on you. If you have clients, coworkers, you turn on the news, boom, when you're already in that space, you look at it, you read something, and you just give into that fear. And it's just literally like you're carrying it all, especially if you're sensitive. So you think, oh my God, like you're getting into all these stories and narratives of what's going to happen in the world, and you're going crazy when you don't even realize it's not all of it is even yours. In fact, a lot of it probably isn't yours. You're just kind of picking it up, which is why you can call on Kali to scare that away, to help you release it, but also call back your power. Whether you're somebody very spiritual and meditate every day or not, having something that you do to help you release the energy is so important, especially now. Maybe you're someone that just likes to be out in nature, so you need to go for a walk and lighten the load. You don't need to be carrying all of it, but it's so important right now, especially if you're a light worker or doing any kind of work with other people, to be replenishing your energy. And when you feel that heaviness, use your breath. Just start to breathe and your auric field will expand, with the intention of letting go on the out breath, releasing it. So fucking simple. I just cursed, sorry. Nature, using nature to just bring you back up. And what's the other part too? Oh, cut the cords.
Cut the cords.
So that's...
We don't say cut the cords though.
I don't like cutting the cords.
Nah.
I like to pull them out at the root.
Yes.
So that just means that there is energy between you and other people. And it's not good, you know. A love cord you can't sever, but these other streams of energy you want to just on a daily basis, again, use your breath, intention, call on your angels, whatever's going to work for you, but just to release that energy and then come into a vision or a visualization of how you want to feel. And then just feel it and then visualize it and have that be the intention that's leading you through. It's too easy to get into all of the narratives and all of the fear and then be just sitting in that. That's why this is saying protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval.
Wow, that's really, really good.
I tried to say it really fast, but I know.
Great job.
Yeah.
So, my third card. And I'm going to pick two cards here. But the main card is going to be Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth.
I can hold it for you.
That's great. I just want to read the bottom
Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc's perfect for right now. Oh, sorry.
So, stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. So I really like that card. Now, look, I picked my cards before. I don't know what Tina picked, but she did steal my Kali card. And that was the first one. And then I felt like when she said,
Kali's a badass,
she said, like, I feel like I need to take this card. And then I'm like, I can't use that card now, even if she gave it back to me, right? But it all goes in together.
Yeah.
Even with Tina's protection card. Because what we've forgotten is the strongest power that's ever lived is love.
Mm.
And we live in a world of fear, basically. We live in what's happening out there, and a lot of it is fear-based. But what we've forgotten that love conquers that.
Yes.
It beats that. So the strength of love, the power of love, the healing of love, the compassion of love, it wins. So when you look at these cards, or whenever we teach, it's the power of yourself. It's the power of your love. That's what the strength is, right? So if you're going to keep feeding into the fear, how can you actually be your most powerful, loving self?
So
It's really impossible. And that's what this woman was trying to teach you. Joan of Arc was trying to teach you. She has a sword, yes. She has armor, yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's just trying to teach you that love is so powerful that if you just grasped it, like if you could touch love, how would it feel for you? I mean, it would feel amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But God gives us this plan, and the plan is, hey, if you look all on the outside, I'm gonna wait for the day when you look on the inside, because that's where your sword is, that's where your armor is, that's where everything is. It lies within you.
She trusted that within herself,
and that's what she did. So, we can read the what she did and what she was about, and it's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But what she was trying to tell you is, go inside, and
you have it too.
You have it too, and you can be even more powerful, because every individual on this earth, as much as we're one, has the power that's their own, and it's that love. And we just need to get inside, and we need to be together and come as one. That's how you soul retrieval, protection. Tina had the soul, that protection card.
Yeah.
Soul retrieval. Don't you feel like a lot of times you're in pieces during the day? I do. Maybe not every day, but I do.
Fear is the easy thing because it's everywhere.
And how do you retrieve your soul in that day? The only way you're going to retrieve your soul is through love. That is the only way.
And it is the harder path. And thank you, Thelma. Thelma says, I think we came here to find love wherever it is.
Yeah.
Wherever it is. And it is everywhere. But it's up to us to find it and to know that it's right here. And it is the more difficult path, but so much more rewarding. Think about how easy it is to just slip into fear.
Very easy.
It's like that.
Right.
Sometimes we can wake up with it.
Do you know why it's easy? Because love is harder. It's hard. It's not that it's harder. It's just harder to get in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's harder to get in because
it takes shifting your perspective. It takes work, and we are used to everything. We want things to be easy.
But when you do the work, there is nothing like that feeling of the oneness of love, or the oneness of God, or the oneness of Christ, or whatever the oneness of Source, whatever anybody would like to call it.
And think about this. When you're in fear, what if that's a call from your soul to just sit and be still? And when you are just sit and you are still with yourself, then you can bring forth that love. So when you look at fear like that, it's calling you in. And I love it. Thelma says, it's usually hiding within us, but it's also hiding in others.
That's very true.
Oh, and Claudia, hi, Claudia. Unhook cords. Thank you for this medicine and balance. What would love do? Yeah. And it takes that extra step to call us inward, to help us breathe, remember, and get into that space. And I think that's why sometimes we don't do it, because we're so busy doing or planning or going about whatever it is we're going about. And so fear just hooks us. So if we could start to look at, oh wow, I'm in fear, I'm in anxiety, I don't feel right. Okay, I need to go inward. And inward could be being out in nature, could be just sitting and breathing. We feed the birds outside. Oh my God, I forgot to feed the birds today.
And then sometimes we try to ground outside, and then the mosquitoes, they just bite us alive.
Oh, the mosquitoes.
It's terrible.
It's awful. But I guess to just kind of end it all, this is a time where you do want to be, I don't want to say protecting yourself, because I would say connecting with your spirit, your soul, your essence. Breathing. Because if you're in fear or anxiety, you're not breathing. And be just super conscious of where your energy is, what's yours and what isn't.
Mm.
And this could be minute by minute, hour by hour, moment by moment. But just having that mindfulness to just keep coming back to the present moment, coming back to whatever's going to work for you, which might change and shift. So whether it's calling on your angels, calling on just visualizing your heart, getting out in nature and just moving and shifting energy. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I thought you were going to say something.
Well, I got a lot of things to say,
yeah.
but, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was just going to say, like, a lot of people, they'll be like, you know, a lot of people at the end of the day, they'll meditate or they meditate in the morning, whatever that may be. So, and a lot of people will say they can't meditate. They can't do it. And I understand. I really do. And I would say, if you can't do that, why can't you walk on the grass? Why can't you touch a tree? Why can't you see the birds fly or hear them fly? It's the same thing.
Yeah, just get present, just observe, just
that's how the beginning
be with
starts.
yourself.
That's how the beginning starts. And then maybe you could meditate by yourself. But no matter what, out there, that's the meditation. When you walk out every morning, out the door, are you awake that the meditation starts once you walk out that door? Nature, earth, love, right? Yes, you have it in your home. You have it, you know, you have it here, but you need calmness. You need that calm state. Calm state is meditation. So when you walk out the door, do you look at the spider web that's making the web? Do you see
a little snail that crosses because it rained?
Right. Are you paying attention?
Do you talk to the snail like I do?
That's
I do. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
no,
you.
that's all right.
I
But
just get excited about all
I'm just trying
that.
to make an example of like
Just
what's
life that's all around
Are we
you.
really realizing what's happening? Because remember, if you're watching this stuff that's on TV, you're not really realizing what's really going on. And then you can't realize what's going on in here.
Yes, Angelina, she goes, heaven is here.
That's right.
It is.
Sure is. I don't want to keep rambling on.
Yeah.
I feel like I am, so I'm going to cut it off now.
But we love you guys. Oh,
We
Mo
do.
just biked 16 miles today. Bless you.
Wow, bless you.
Oh my gosh. If I didn't have a bum knee, I would love to bike, but we love you guys. I do have a free meditation that I'm going to be putting out. It's just a matter of the logistics. So, again, either sign up for our mailing list, tinaandbilly.com or staroflifehealing.com, or just find me on my my social media page, because I'm going to be putting out a Kuan Yin, I think it's a Kuan Yin compassion meditation that I think so needed for the world right now. And it is free. I'm just setting up the logistics. So something else to kind of look for, because I think that it's powerful. And Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion. She's like the Eastern Mother Mary. So we are so grateful to have connected with you.
We are.
We will look over the comments after, so if we didn't give you love,
Sure.
we're sending it to you. And yeah, we'll be around soon.
Goddess Course.
Goddess Warriors Rising. It is so worth it if you want to be in community with women, and the Angelic Star Codes,
the Angelic Star
which
Codes
we'll have soon.
are coming. We're just we're waiting for the right time. That's
Yeah.
all. So, hey, bless you guys. Love you, and remember, hold that space of love. That's really important.
And if you got something out of these readings and you think somebody else could get out of it, if you could just hit the share button, because we're these advocates that are speaking out for the sake of the children and losing people. And apparently when you talk about the children, Facebook says that that's against their community standards.
Very true.
So we're not going to stop talking about it, but
Nope.
we're all losing people and in the algorithm getting lost. So if you could hit share,
that'd be great.
or let people know, that would be great.
Share, share, share.
Blessings,
All right.
love,
Love ya.
peace. Thank you guys so much for spending your Friday night with us.
Christ light. Oh, I gotta turn this off too, right?
I know, but I gotta hit that.